Hello and welcome to Straight Onto Disney, a Disney deep dive and analysis podcast, where each week I, your host Jonathan, takes a deep dive into the history of each Disney film and the legacy that it left behind. I'd like to remind you that you can follow me on Instagram at Straight Onto Disney Pod, and you can email me your thoughts at straightontodisneypod@gmail.com. So before we dive into this week's episode, I'd just like to remind you that you can go catch up on last week's podcast, where I dived into Sleeping Beauty, and catch up on any other podcasts and videos that you haven't seen yet. So, hello and welcome to this week's podcast, where we're going to be chatting the Spider-Man trailer and just some more general Marvel stuff. And I'm joined by Tom. Hello.
Hello. It's been a while since I've actually been on, I've just
I
realised.
know. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
We've been off travelling.
Yeah, I've been to Disneyland Paris twice since I was last on.
No, but they've been very, very good times for you though.
Yeah.
So before we dive into all things Spider-Man, we have a small little update because obviously we're ramping up to the we are now ramping up to the I'll get there. So before we start Spider-Man, we're going to just have a quick chat about the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster because we're ramping up to the release of the new ride in Overlay, and we've got some shots from inside the ride now of how the limo's going to look, which I think looks quite cool, and like some of the animatronics that I don't think have been reused from Muppet 3D Vision. It doesn't. They look new, but I'm not sure.
I think they're all brand new animatronics. I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
If anybody knows that they're not, drop them in the comments because, from my understanding, they look new. I know there was a bit of concern that the two old men weren't going to be in it, but they are at the end of the ride.
I think they might be animatronics that they've reused, possibly. I'd
Yeah,
imagine they would be because it's kind of the same, sitting in the same booth kind of thing.
yeah, they might have just like re-recorded new dialogue for them, but they're hopefully their pre-show work.
Hopefully so. I mean, it's the Muppets. Something's going to go wrong somehow.
But yeah, I don't think it's going to go as wrong as we don't have the Aerosmith pre-show playing today.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to put Kermit and like Miss Piggy and stuff like that. And I can imagine they'll put them in like maybe he's like, do you know, as you get onto the ride, possibly.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've not seen Kermit or Miss Piggy. I've seen the old men. I can never remember their names. I've seen the scooter doing the things because obviously the in-universe explanation for why the Muppets are now there is that Scooter's uncle or dad has bought this studio place for them. But yeah, I've not seen any of the other Muppets, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, you've got to have Kermit, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, and Fozzie in because they're like the main four that aren't in like the band because obviously Animal's one of the popular ones as well.
Yeah, like I assume they'll be somewhere, but I'm still gonna throw this out there that once Villains Land is open, that villain show is gonna move, and they put Muppets.
Yeah, they might move. I don't think they'll bring back Muppets Courtyard. I feel like it'll be a waste of time, like demolishing it all and then rebuilding it again somewhere else. Because they could have just done that with Star Wars, where they've got like Star Tours, Muppets Courtyard, which is now Monsters Inc. and then Galaxy's Edge. They could have easily done that there. But
yeah, it's an interesting one because I'm just like, I don't know where they could be, and maybe it might be cool if they had Muppet meet and greets down there. Like,
it would be quite hard to unless you had someone willing to like puppeteer all day.
well, yeah,
in the Florida heat.
you know, like something like the donkey has in Universal?
Yeah, something maybe like that.
And then you could switch it out every few hours, and then you're not then overheating.
Yeah. Or you could even have like, well, they're having Disneyland Paris now with that, with the puppeteer going around with the little,
Mm-hmm.
with the gnome, the gnomes, the rock people, the rock thing
Oh, the
creatures in
trolls.
Frozen, the
Mm-hmm.
trolls, yeah. Like they've got like a little, um, like someone going around with like it's like a puppet thing.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. I was gonna ask. Did you see the Olaf animatronic?
I didn't. The way they're kind of doing it, I don't know. It's not scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
It's not planned. When we were leaving Frozen, the ride to go like over to Avengers Campus, they did have. I think he was there
Mm-hmm.
for like a little bit, but there was such a big crowd to see him because there's no like organized meet and greet for it.
Oh,
It's kind of just unexpected whenever they decide to bring him out. For now, anyways.
mm-hmm.
Like it was just such a big crowd. We were just like, there's no chance of we're bothering standing there because we're not going to be able to see. But I
Yeah.
do feel like they do need to make like a, because they've spent probably so much money on this animatronic. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they do need to make some sort of meet and greet for it because, granted, I know the initial plan was that for him to have them like roaming around the park area, but because of how crowded it's been, it would be too risky for the animatronic to get broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as everybody has seen that viral moment, they do
Mm,
fall.
yeah, but that's probably down to the fact that it's probably been overworked.
That,
Like the mechanics of it probably just shut down just because it got used that much
mhm.
that it just shut itself down.
Yeah, and there's talk of it being brought over to the other parks, and I
Mm.
expect it to be over in the Frozen Land, over in Hong Kong, Tokyo.
I think they've already made a trailer that they're bringing the Olaf, I think, to Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying that.
In terms of Florida, I don't think that they're gonna do it at all, just because it's like it's just the ride and that's it.
Yeah, but there's talk of them making other characters like that,
Mm.
and I'm like, I'm not sure who else.
I mean, they've already got like the little droid that go around Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
They could possibly make an R2 and C3PO.
Hmm.
Maybe
That's not a bad
um,
shout.
R2 definitely. And maybe it's BB-8. C3PO may be a bit more of a stretch because obviously you've got to have it work its legs, its arms, and everything, or just have someone in a costume do it.
Mm, yeah, but it's an interesting one, just with how much they want to do these things, and I think the the Olaf of it all is now obviously the Olaf on the boat is a puppeteer.
Sometimes it's an animatronic,
Is
sometimes
it?
it's a puppeteer.
Oh,
Most of the time it's a puppet, just because
mhm.
I think they want to kind of not risk damaging the animatronic. Just
Yeah,
because I think it's just because of how much it's probably cost them to make it. They're too scared to break it.
yeah. We don't want it getting wet.
No.
No, and obviously, while you were there, you saw a few bit of construction for Up.
Hmm. So I didn't see a lot,
Hmm.
but from like Arundel and like on the way
Hmm.
around the pond, you can kind of see a little bit of construction going on. It's a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be,
Hmm.
but I don't know if that's the queue they're building.
Yeah.
But by the looks of the ride and looks of the concept art, I don't know how much of a family, like a kid-friendly ride it's going to be.
Okay.
Just mainly because of obviously the concept art, how it spins and stuff. How fast it's going to spin, we don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of the speed of that it spins, or if it's just going to be something like really slow spin, I feel like it'll be fine. But
Hmm.
I do also feel like in terms of especially Up, they could have made a ride a little bit better. Maybe something similar like Peter Pan, possibly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
They you could have done a dark ride with
Mm,
the ride vehicle being a version of the house or something
yeah.
like.
And then even having like an outdoor bit, kind of similar like Tron where it has an indoor and outdoor bit, and having the outdoor bit where like whatever covers it has on it look like Paradise Falls.
Yeah. No, I do agree, and hopefully we will get something like that at some point for this legacy film.
They've also started making construction on Pride Rock
Oh.
because they had about 4 cranes
Mm-hmm.
in operation like all day and
Oh wow.
quite late into the night as well.
Okay.
Um, so they've started like obviously digging and
Mm-hmm.
constructing like the groundwork for it.
Yeah. Because obviously there's no time
Mm,
date for that yet, whereas up the same next year.
yeah. Also, if you go on the cars ride, I don't know if it might still be there, but it was there in March. They are testing the drop for the ride
Oh
in like the background of the car's road trip tour.
yeah. Okay.
And we didn't see it like being tested, but I know there's some clips on like TikTok and Instagram that's
Mm-hmm.
had them seen them like being tested and stuff like that. But it's really interesting to see because it looks steep.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really, really steep, and I feel like, and it's really, really tall
Oh, okay.
in terms of height wise, because obviously the angle that you see it at,
Mm-hmm.
trying to judge it compared to like Tiana's Bayou, it's quite difficult until it's all probably
Okay.
put together.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, I'm gonna say it looks taller
Okay. That's interesting.
and looks steeper
Hmm.
because they've already changed the steepness of a ride already because the Frozen Ever After ride in Paris is a lot steeper than the one in Florida.
Okay. It's
Like
interesting.
like the one in Florida is very much like Pirates steep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
However, the one in Paris is like Splash Mountain steep,
Okay.
but
That's
it's very short. It's like about the same drops height as the last one in Paris's Pirates,
okay. Mm-hmm.
but it's a lot steeper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. So yeah,
Mm,
so yeah, that's mostly updates we've seen with the parks at the moment because obviously Piston Pigs is moving along, Monsters Inc.
mm.
Land is moving along, Villains Land is moving along. We still don't know
Coco,
what's actually going in there, but
the 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 I can't remember what it's called. The one in Animal Kingdom with Coco and Indiana Jones,
the Tropics of
Tropical America.
America.
Yeah, that's coming along quite well. The house,
Mm, yeah, I
obviously, all
feel
the stuff for Indiana Jones is all indoors, so we have no
mhm.
idea for that yet.
We don't know about it a bit, but yeah, that's probably going to move quickly along. And then obviously we'll know a lot more in August at D23 what the
Mm.
plan is for a lot of things. And
I
it,
do feel like we're in a part of the park, like point in time of the parks where there's a lot being built,
hmm
and it's all probably going to be all released all at the same time. So it's going to be very exciting when all that gets released. But for the time being, there's a lot of walls, there's a lot of construction,
hmm
there's a lot of waiting, and when these things eventually open, like the Coco ride, like the Indiana Jones, Piston
hmm
Peak, Pride Rock, I feel like it will all be really, really successful or really, really terrible.
no, I'm not. Yeah, it should be. Wait. Do. Yeah, so I do think there's some interesting bits that are coming. So we'll move over onto the Spider-Man trailer.
Mhm. Another thing about the parks as well, obviously in California,
hmm
they've got the extension of Avengers Campus coming.
Yes.
And when I've seen the the new map that they're building,
hmm
like they've made for Adventure World, there's a lot of space behind Flight Force,
Okay.
in between Flight Force and Pride Rock. So I have a feeling and I'm really hoping they do this, extend the one in Paris as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not necessarily give it the exact same rides as they have in California, because they've already got Web.
Mm-hmm.
Vice Force is a unique one to the one in our Avengers campus. But if they were to even make like, I don't know what type of ride they would actually make, because they've already got a roller coaster, they've got a shooter.
Mm.
Can't really make a boat ride for Avengers.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm. I feel like something new could go there in
Mm-hmm.
like the little bit of space where if they could extend the Avengers campus.
Yeah, there's definitely something that could go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll move over to finally chatting about the Spider-Man trailer. So, what are our general thoughts on it currently?
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I don't know. I feel like it's just because it's so. The trailer is so. It doesn't give away. It gives
Mm-hmm.
away a lot, but then it doesn't give away enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of stuff we know now because of the Daredevil series that is happening in the film, and it's continuing on from it.
Yeah.
Same with, I can imagine, because I haven't seen it, the Punisher special. I can imagine that's also a continuation following that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we know some of the villains are in, obviously Scorpion. But in terms of like, let's say what's happening with MJ and Ned, what's happening with Jean Grey or, or Gwen, whoever Sadie Sinks and going to end up playing,
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know. Is there going to be more villains to it? Is there going to be Doc Ock's going to get introduced? Is Goblin going to get introduced? Is the Osborns going to get introduced? Like, there's so many things, so many routes that could go with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many things that I don't think they would want to rush. Like the Osborns are like such a pinnacle part of
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man. Rushing it would make it a bit rubbish.
Yeah, and they've tended to try and shy away from them for quite
Mm-hmm.
for quite a while now, and if I'm going to be honest, I think we're not going to see them till after we've rebooted this universe. To a degree, we've rebooted the universe, and then we'll get them because there's things that we've thought about that could be set up in this film that I don't think we're going to get till afterwards, just because we've got two massive films, and this is very much a street level.
Which in a way is a good thing because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's nice to actually have like and see Spider-Man as like a street level hero because it's
Yeah.
and the fundamentals of him. That's what he is. He's someone who fights the little crimes and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. He's never always going to be the one to do the Avengers level like missions and stuff.
No, no, I do agree with that, and I'm intrigued by stuff because there's a lot of things that are getting set up in this. There's obviously the Incredible Hulk coming back. Well, obviously at this moment in time, Bruce Banner. I think we all know the Hulk's going to be in this film.
I feel like Funko's kind of spoiled that.
Yep, and the Lego set.
Yeah, and the Lego sets also spoiled the fact
and
that
the
Bruce Banner's Hulk's
and
coming
the
back.
proportional art.
Yeah, but I can't actually remember how did Bruce come back from being Hulk, like like Professor Hulk.
Right. So it's explained briefly in She-Hulk that he made a device that meant he could switch between them, which is on his wrist in the Shang-Chi post credit
Okay.
when when we first when he first comes back, and you're like, I'm sorry, well, where's this? And then it's explained in the opening of She-Hulk when they have the car accident, she gets his blood. It's explained that he now has to stay in Hulk form because the device is now broken.
Yeah.
So it seems to be that the device then gets fixed
Mm-hmm.
for his appearance in this, which is set 4 years afterwards. So there is enough time for you to fix it. But the indication I got from that was that he could never go back. So I'm like, I'm not sure. You need to explain. Hopefully, it be explained.
Because does it mean that he's going to switch to Professor Hulk and back to Banner, or is he going to go switch from Banner to Aggressive Hulk?
I think we know which version we prefer.
Yeah. The one where he smashes everything, yes.
And I think the version we're going to definitely get. But the indication at the end of She-Hulk was that he can never turn back. He is now just. So they need to explain it.
I feel like Marvel's always like struggled to explain, especially since Endgame, why you can just turn from like Banner to Professor Hulk to Anger Hulk to back to Banner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those characters where they had no idea what they were going to do afterwards. And I've just went, oh, we'll do this, do that. And then that's like the problem with him. And obviously, another big thing, and the one thing I will give Marvel a bit of credit for, is that the Department of Damage Control are a big part of this film that they have laid groundwork for across the last three phases. So it's the one thing that I'm like, that's cool because obviously they're in Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, they're in Spider-Man 3.
I feel like this film is going to be a very fantastic film,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's going to be a one that's going to mainly be like something to like promote or like excite for the next film.
Mm,
Like I feel like it's something that's just going to be all like a build up for the next Spider-Man.
yeah.
Because obviously you don't want to put too much in all at once. Obviously you've got Ned now who doesn't know who Peter is and doesn't know who that he's Spider-Man. So to say that he could potentially turn into like the Hobgoblin,
Yeah.
and also you've got Scorpion in this film. There's Vulture in this universe. Who's to say Doc Ock doesn't become in this universe and or the next one after Secret Invasion? Like
Yeah.
everyone's been like sort of. It's always been hinted since like even since Homecoming, like the Sinister Six, because it's
Mm-hmm.
like the most iconic part of Spider-Man. Like six of Spider-Man's villains coming together to try and defeat him.
Yeah.
But even there's also been like rumors like Mr. Negative being in this film,
Yeah.
which I can't wait for because that's one of the best. Even though like I know like Doc Ock, Green Goblin,
Mm-hmm.
Scorpion, etc. are like the more iconic villains to Spider-Man. Mr. Negative is probably one of the better ones, just because of how much power he possesses.
Yeah. I genuinely agree. I don't know how much he is in this film because I do remember at the beginning of the whole Spider-Man, there was a lot of that his logos were getting seen on vans, and I'm not like I don't know how much of that is now true, not true.
Yeah. Just be 2 seconds off.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No, no.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. Obviously, the stunts look incredible, with it being very practical.
Yeah. For what we've seen of the videos that people took in Glasgow,
Mm-hmm.
which are obviously the clips for the beginning of the. I'm presuming it's the beginning of the film where
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
chasing after a tank,
Mm-hmm.
and Frank, the Punisher's also in pursuit of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like we're gonna get a Spider-Man that we haven't seen a lot of yet. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
seeing a bit of it in like Homecoming when he was like just like trying to just like like when he was waiting for like Mr. Stark to ring him back,
Mm-hmm.
was just trying to like make the time up. But I feel
Yeah.
like he's then gonna now take that type of stuff seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're more gonna see Spider-Man of the like in the first one, when he stops the robbers. I think that's your more
Yeah.
that we're gonna get now. And as you were saying, this film feels like it's a setup, but this new Spider-Man 4 is like a kind of reboot
Mhm.
itself because we're
Yeah.
stripping him from everything that made him MCU Spider-Man to make him much more
Like
comic-y.
yeah, comic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like having the like giving him organic weapon
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily a comic thing because in the original he still has mechanical weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like originally, but
Yeah.
then I don't know how long it takes the ones in the comics to get like organic ones.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure in the whole man spider of it all is a bit interesting. But I just remember when we were hearing things because we were chatting about it when we
Mhm.
started getting tidbits of what this trailer was, and we were like, "There's this scene where he's covered in webs." And we were like, "What?"
Yeah, it's like
hmm
how can like it was we thought when we saw like in the trailer of him like collapsing originally, we thought, oh,
hmm
that's Venom. But then he wakes up in like a bunch of white webs, which
hmm
means he's just normal webs. Because if it was
Yeah.
black, unless they put normal webs on it,
hmm
if for just for the trailer, just to hide
That
the fact that it's not Venom.
potentially that's not a bad.
Because
That's not a bad shout.
who's to say that they haven't just because obviously it's all the weapons all CGI anyways.
hmm
Who's to say the weapon isn't black in the actual film?
Mm, that is true. It's a very good. It's a
Because
good shout.
all the clips I was seeing of him in his Spider-Man suit, I can imagine is the majority of it is the like this more to the start of the film.
Yeah, it feels like we're not seeing anything past like the
Mm-hmm.
first
First
30,
little bits of it, yeah.
which I'm not mad about because
Mm-hmm.
it keeps things interesting, and we're not seeing the whole film as a lot of people complain about online all the
Mm-hmm.
time.
But yeah, it would be interesting to see if them webs are
hmm
Venom's ones or not. Even if they're not,
Yeah.
it then gives also another window to in like a post-credit scene.
hmm
Because who's to say him collapsing is not the post-credit scene
That's true.
being attached to the symbiote?
Mm. Yeah, that's not a bad shout
Hmm.
either. Oh, I hadn't actually thought about, but that's not a bad
Yeah.
shout. Obviously, the steady sink of it all, she's barely in this trailer.
Hmm.
There's like two little glimpses.
Well, it's not even confirmed that it is the one in like the hood. We don't even know if that is Sadie Singh or not.
Exactly. hmm
Oh wait, no, that could even be Zendaya.
That is true.
Because
Because
in
they
the
have.
ending of the trailer, we see like them having a house party and Peter's there, and in the background there's a bunch of like pictures of Spider-Man. Obviously, either Ned or MJ is trying to figure out who Spider-Man is.
hmm
And who's to say everyone initially thought, oh, it's obviously Ned. But he didn't even know realistically who Spider-Man was until obviously Peter came through the window.
Yeah.
in Homecoming, MJ kind of figured out herself.
Yeah, that is true. And obviously, they've given MJ red tint in her hair as well. But yeah, Sadie thinks it's. I think it's interesting because we know she's in Secret Wars. It's kind of been like, well, you've got to play someone important.
Yeah, it's not just going to be like Gwen,
No.
just regular Gwen. It's going to be someone important. Either they're going to have her playing Jean Grey
Mm-hmm.
or potentially Spider Gwen, but I feel like it would be far too soon to put Spider Gwen in, especially when we don't even have Miles Morales
Yeah.
in yet.
And this film is very much without saying it, this film is very much dealing with the idea of mutations because we've got Banner in this film, and to a degree, he is a bit of a mutation.
Yeah.
And then you've got this body scanner that he gets into, which we're seeing. So it's skating around that something is definitely happening, and there are people that are trying to stop said people because they don't understand these powers
Which
yet.
which sounds very similar to X-Men.
Hmm. Ah. So yeah, that's my general thoughts about the trailer. There's not really too much to discuss about it because as
We
much
don't know
as
a lot
say
about
a
it, you
lot,
know.
mm,
Like a lot of the stuff in the trailer is kind of stuff that we expected, I guess,
hmm
anyways, and stuff
yeah,
that we kind of have already seen before. Like the snapshot of like Spider-Man doing the pose of like the original poster, like the original comic book front
mhm.
of the first ever edition of Spider-Man. Yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't give away anything that kind of gives away any like spoilers to the film.
No, and I think that is it's a clever way of doing it because they know that Spider-Man is going to sell without even needing really to,
But
and
it's
there's
it's
so much.
it's like DC's Batman.
hmm
It's like you put Batman or Spider Man on the front of something, it's gonna sell.
hmm No, no, 100%. And I do think that they know that Sony knows that they're gonna get, and they also know that they've got to compete. They're competing with the Odyssey when this film comes out,
Yeah.
which is why which is why we were like, where is the trailer? Because
Mm.
there was obviously this film comes out in July. The trailer came out last month, so we're only like 4 months away, and that was
Yeah.
its first official trailer. We were
It's
like,
like it just makes you think, is there so much in this film that they just don't want to give away?
hmm
Or is there so little in this film that they are able to show?
yeah, and it's kind of why I'm like, there's so much of this that I feel like leads more
To
into
nothing.
more into Secret Wars than it does
Yeah.
Doomsday, and that's why they're kind of being hush hush about it a little bit more so. But
Mm.
then again, Sony marketing is never the greatest, so
No. I mean, plus, how much are Sony allowed to show that links Spider Man to Secret Wars?
yeah, exactly. And
Like,
how
realistically, we might be only seeing what Sony are allowed to show us.
hmm
Maybe
yeah.
that's why there's so little in the trailer.
But then again, I'm like, well, then you kind of ruined a bit of Daredevil.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, having Sheila thingy, I can never remember the surname, handing him the key of the city kind of was like, well, so clearly Kingpin doesn't like I get it to a point, but it was like,
Yeah.
okay.
But then again, Wilson Fisk is like, he's a villain of Daredevil and he's also a villain of Spider Man.
hmm
Like, in a way, like, Fisk makes his own tower in
hmm
New York. He
Yeah.
has his own property in his own like sort of thing in New York, separate to Daredevil.
Yeah. Well,
Which is it's quite ironic. Where Fisk Tower is in the Spider-Man video games is where Trump Tower is. I mean, I guess because the Fisk Tower in it is like all gold and black, so it kind of
hmm
all you kind of had to do was replace the word Trump and put Fisk in front of it instead.
that and that says a lot. But no, ultimately, I do think this film's going to do well without needing to do a lot of marketing. But it is nice that there is a trailer. There are posters that can be now sent to cinemas that aren't fan made ones. And we've got a real nice kind of bridge for the summer before we get to the Doomsday at the end of the year and Vision Quest coming up.
What I do hope about this film, though,
hmm
like going back to like the neighbor, like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I do hope that we do get a lot of that in it,
hmm
and not just like a little montage at the start.
Yeah, I do hope so. I did read the other day that it does open bit like Fantastic Four did with montage, but I feel like unlike that one, because it's Spider Man, I do think you're gonna get to see more of it because obviously it's Spider Man and they're gonna want to sell the toys of
Mm.
Tombstone and stuff like that.
Tombstone's going to be a really interesting one because it's a one that even in the video game, it's like a little DLC about it.
Okay.
So it's like there's not a lot you can kind of get from Tombstone in that game.
Mhm.
So it kind of leaves if anyone hasn't read any of the comics and only played the video game, or even hasn't played the video game, it's a villain that not many people know about. So I feel like
Mhm.
it's a really good opportunity for the writers and the directors to kind of make a really compelling Tombstone.
Mhm. Yeah. And obviously we've read that Tombstone's gonna be like a big presence within
Mm.
this next trilogy, which is interesting.
Realistically, it would make sense to have Tombstone at least at one point fight Hulk.
Yes.
Because, like, I swear, like, I don't know if there is a comic where Spider-Man has to build something like a suit that is able to actually beat Tombstone.
Okay, that's interesting.
I can imagine he had to because Tombstone, like, his powers is literally like a brick wall, basically. Like his
Yeah.
skin is like impenetrable.
Mhm. Yeah, I get what you mean. I do wonder what they're gonna do with him, and it's an interesting one, and I think we both know we're at a very interesting point in Marvel time at the moment. Of they need this to. This is going to do well, but they can't. I feel like they need it.
Mm. I feel like, especially Spider-Man, because it's been so long since we've seen Peter Parker.
hmm
I feel like it's a really good way of sort of showing that this is going to be like a new age of Marvel.
Yeah,
Like we're going to focus more on like comic accuracy,
yeah, 100%, and
which
obviously,
I'm quite happy for because I
mhm,
mean it's something that fans have been asking for such a long time. Like we want like comic accuracy, like the like attire, comic accuracy, stories, like the fact that when they brought Wolverine out in Deadpool and Wolverine and he wore his comic accurate suit, everyone was so happy about that. Instead of wearing like the black X-Men stuff that they wore in the early 2000s.
yeah, exactly. Mm, yeah, and obviously we have seen that they're gonna they're going for comic accuracy in
Mm.
Doomsday with them costumes with the Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an interesting time for Marvel. I feel like we all know that not everything has been great and not everything's been good and
It's like
rushed.
I feel like Kevin Feige and the Marvel team have kind of like they've realized it's been dipping a lot recently,
Hmm.
and I feel like with the comic accuracy stuff, I feel like it's gonna bring it back in a
Hmm.
way because like if you stick into the comic scripts and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and stick into that source material that everyone knows and loves, you're gonna get a good result out of it.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. I do think that they know that, and they know that these next two big Avengers films, they need to focus a lot on that, and hopefully wrapping up a lot of loose ends. Hopefully,
And hopefully bring back Moon Knight. Hopefully bring back a lot of characters that they've just left in the dirt.
hmm yeah, there's a lot of characters that they need resolutions, and I know there's a lot of plans for certain things afterwards for certain characters that I'm like, okay, interesting. Let's see if that actually happens. But it's an interesting time.
I can't even think there's anything else other than the two Avengers films and Spider-Man coming out, is there?
Yeah,
Or they've been on it?
so
We got Vision Quest.
yeah, the Marvel slate currently is after obviously with films. Spider Man Brand New Day is July. Doomsday is December. Vision Quest is sandwiched between is coming out in October now, we know.
Okay.
We then have Daredevil season 3 is reportedly going to come out in April next year. Well,
Okay.
they're trying to make that every year at the moment.
Mm.
There's going to be Wonder Man season 2 at some point. I don't know when that will be. I think it's going to be a after Secret Wars thing, and then Secret Wars comes out next December,
Mm.
and then the only things that we know they're definitely working on is Black Panther 3 and the X-Men film.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which will be really exciting because if they're gonna do as they say they have and basically make a whole new universe,
Hmm.
that X-Men film is gonna really be interesting. It's gonna be really. I feel like it's gonna be really weird seeing people play characters that we're so comfortable seeing other people play,
Hmm.
like your Wolverine, your Professor Xavier, your Magneto.
Mm. Yeah, I definitely agree, and
Mm.
it's an interesting time because obviously a lot of people have grown up with these actors and these characters, so it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to them as much.
Mm. I feel like if they get the casting right,
Hmm.
I feel like then three, the Wolverine, Magneto, and Xavier, are the
Yeah,
three main ones they need to get right.
yeah,
Mainly just because of how popular they are and how important they are to X Men.
hmm
Because obviously you got Professor Xavier and Magneto being the two like pivots of the whole of like the X Men franchise, and then you've got Wolverine, who is like the most popular superhero to come out of it.
hmm yeah. It is an interesting time, and these characters have been very much ingrained in audiences, so you can understand why there's some hesitancy, but I do think to be able to tell these like new and unique stories that they kind of haven't done yet on screen with the X Men characters is going to be interesting.
I do feel like obviously they've got all these films come up, but we're still waiting on Blade. I feel like we'll have about another by this rate we'll have another five Avengers films before we get Blade. Because what's the actual hold up for it?
Honestly, I don't know anymore what is going on because there's been that much, and to be honest, it's kind of died down what is going
Mm,
on, and I think it's just them trying to get a good script, really.
yeah. I feel like with Blade, I feel like it'd be a great idea to implement him into a series, but not his own.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's like put him in Daredevil.
Mm,
See how the actor goes. See how fans react to him being on like in something,
yeah. That's the
and
thing.
then work from that.
The easiest way that I the easiest way to do it is doing a Midnight Suns, but it's Blade
Mm.
and the so then you can. It's just I think that's kind of what they're gonna try and lean into. But honestly,
Or
I don't
even because if they're going to bring Moon Knight season 2 eventually,
know.
hopefully, and then the rumors of Ryan Gosling becoming Ghost Rider.
hmm
Why not have him link up with one of them?
Yeah, if they're doing Ghost Rider,
Mm-hmm.
throw him in.
Ghost Rider and Blade would be a fantastic like combination.
hmm Throw him in. See if people like it, and then you can build on that. Would be
Mm.
interesting.
Because the Blade video game is meant to release at some point.
I completely forgot they were even doing a Blade video
Yeah, they're doing a
game.
Blade video game. They're doing a Wolverine one.
Yeah, the Wolverine one's meant to come out soon, or maybe next
Mm.
year now.
I think they're meant to be making Insomniac are meant to be making an Iron Man one, a
hmm
Wolverine one, and a Blade one.
Yeah, that sounds right. hmm Yeah. So that it's interesting, and obviously with the parks, with the films at the moment, we're kind of seeing a lot of synergy, and we all know we've got thoughts about what's going to come at D23 in the summer, as well as
Hopefully, it reveals a lot more than what they already have.
yeah. I feel like they will. I feel like I don't know yet if this because we know that Marvel has a presence at San Diego Comic Con this year.
Mm.
So if the trailer doesn't drop before then, it's gonna drop San Diego at San Diego Comic Con.
Mm.
But then I don't know if they'll do a slate till next year now, unless they do it. Do they do it this year? Do they do it next year? Is the question.
I feel like if the trailer doesn't come at Comic Con
hmm
for Doomsday,
Yeah,
I feel like leaving it till D23 is really late.
yeah, and they kind of do. They kind of do more Disney Plus.
Mm.
Your D23 when it comes to Marvel is more what is coming to the streaming
Yeah.
compared to Marvel. If they weren't doing San Diego, then I would say yeah, it's definitely going to be D23. But
Yeah.
because they're doing it, I'm like, it's more likely going to be then.
Mm. I just feel like with Comic Con, especially, it's one of them things that
hmm
it's always been traditionally more. Oh, we're just gonna get all the actors out, get them to say hello, ask a few questions, and go. But I feel like the situation Marvel's in now, leaving things until D23 might be a little bit kind of too short,
Yeah.
and then you might have a trailer that comes out at D23. People might not fully like it, and then
hmm
you've got only such a short period of time to like fix things.
Yeah. But they when you heard the reports from CinemaCon where the
Mm.
trailer was shown, people were demanding to see it again because it was that.
Yeah.
So I'm now like, interestingly, the only thing I have with it is like, do I want you to announce more people when you
Mm.
show this trailer? It's the question of now. Maybe I wouldn't mind a Captain Marvel, just people that we were expecting.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind that, but I don't want like big names that you're kind of trying to hush hush.
I don't think they should announce names that are going to be like a shock factor.
Yeah.
I feel like any names that haven't announced, I feel like they should just announce the ones that everyone thinks are going to be in. So like your Captain Marvels, your Miss Marvel,
Mhm.
Loki, even if he's in it.
Well, yeah,
Um,
Loki's confirmed. I
oh, is
feel
Loki
like
confirmed? Okay.
I feel like the characters. I kind of feel like when it comes to Loki, yeah, Sylvie, yeah, your TVA
Mhm.
lot. I feel like you could kind of confirm that because we're kind of expecting it and considering how major that show has been for this saga.
Yeah.
It's a good bet.
And also, it kind of makes up for the fact that they didn't get the plot for Kang that they kind of were building up to.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking more so.
I'm still trying to think how they're going to explain Kang just disappearing from existence.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because they might just not. The thing is, though, they've got a problem of they either acknowledge it
Mm.
or they just completely go nothing to, or they go. Well, what I think they might do is it might be a part of the end game re-release. They might do something within that.
But
That
then
might.
that means you're going to have to change the Loki series. It means you're
I
going to have to
know it's
change.
so.
It
It's
means you're going to
so.
have to change Ant-Man Quantumania. It means you're going to have to change Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, it wouldn't really matter about Ant-Man Quantumania.
Mm.
Not gonna. I
Actually,
would
yeah, if they get rid of Quantumania, I don't think I'll be that upset.
no, but I'm like, I just need them to explain a few things.
And
Did
I think Deadpool and Wolverine will be fine because it doesn't necessarily mention Kang.
no,
It just has
but
the TV in it.
yeah, yeah. That's the problem. Is does Doom just kill them all?
Do you know what I would love to see is the fight Thanos and Doom have in the comics,
Yeah,
where literally like Thanos basically threatens Doom, basically saying you're no god, and then Doom just outright just rips him to bits.
yeah.
Like that, like if that's the beginning of Doomsday, I feel
Hmm.
like that's not just solidifying it for the fact that it's like Robert Downey Jr. doing it,
Hmm.
but also the fact that it showed how powerful Doom is compared to Thanos, considering Thanos had two films as the villain.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's going to really show the how powerful Doom's meant to be, because he is realistically meant to be one of the most powerful villains Marvel has.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree, and I do think there's definitely something in that because it is rip strip in the comics, but it's going to be an interesting thing. So, do you have any lasting thoughts about Spider-Man?
Don't knock it up.
Be good.
Hopefully, make it so. I mean, before I say this, I love Andrew Garfield Spider Man, both films.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping that because of Amazing Spider Man, the when it first came out, it was considered rubbish,
Hmm.
and now it's considered good. I'm just hoping it, like Spider Man, it doesn't get that same reception of it's not so good, but then years to come, it'll be like, oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree, and I also just want to say they're going for that stunt Oscar category next year
Mhm.
with this film.
I also hope they've definitely made it as like a Spider Man film
Hmm.
and not this is a film that's going to lead up to another film, but it just has Spider Man in it.
Yeah, 100%. I
Like,
agree with that.
I'm just hoping they don't use their biggest hero that they have as a way to just promote the next film.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that it's time Spider-Man had its own film because let's be honest, it's been Spider-Man and for the first trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Like it's like the first one was Spider Man and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Second film was Spider Man and Nick Fury.
Hmm. Third one, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
Daredevil. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and then now we've got Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Punisher.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So, where can people find you, Tom?
Tom02 Disney on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I've been quite shallow on in terms of uploads on YouTube for a while.
No, but definitely go and check him out there on everything.
I will get round to uploading another YouTube video at some point.
So, as always, you can follow me on Instagram at straightontodisneypod, and you can email me your thoughts at straightontodisneypod@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on Spotify, and drop your comments and thoughts on the Spider-Man trailer on here and on Spotify. And thank you all for listening, and bye.